Right, hi, welcome back. If you need a bit of inspiration to get up and do some exercise, I certainly do. Amy Hughes is just the person for you. Right, 53 ultramarathons in 53 days. You heard that correctly. And she finished the incredible feat in Manchester on Saturday.
Now, if you crunch the numbers, that's an incredible 2,809 kilometres and 1,745 miles. It took just under 340 hours to complete. Amy joins us now in the studio. The first question we've got to ask you, Amy, how are you feeling right now?
I felt better, to be honest. No, we're all right, actually. I finished on Saturday, and surprisingly, okay. I think my knees are starting to tell me that I've run a lot, but yeah, just
You run
relieved.
a lot. That's the understatement of the century, isn't it? How tough was it?
Very.
Yeah.
No, it was really hard, and there was a lot of tough moments. But it was all right. I think as well I was really lucky with the weather. I think I only had about 2 days of rain, which helped. But there was different phases of it as well, because at the beginning I had really bad blisters, and then further along, like, I've got a little girl, so that was really tough being away for so long without her.
And in terms of the breakdown, how much running do you do each day? And I imagine your daughter was a big inspiration. What kept you going during those toughest moments?
Do you know what? Yeah, so I was running for about 6.5 hours a day. And when days were tough, I'd actually look back on messages, because so many people had messaged me saying that I'd inspired them to start running or to move. And I was running for a mental health charity, Big Moose, so I was getting a lot of messages from people that it affected personally and going through issues. So that kind of reminded me of my purpose and kept me going.
10 years ago, you did 53 marathons in 53 days. Now, that was to raise money for a charity for your friend's daughter, who was diagnosed with a form of brain tumour. Just tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so 10 years ago, like you said, I ran 53 marathons. Back then as well, I didn't tell my story, so I've struggled with mental health issues, and I didn't talk about it then. So for 10 years on, to celebrate the anniversary, I was like, I want to kind of tell my story and help people, especially women and young girls. So yeah, back when I was young, I struggled with an eating disorder, so I just want to share my story and inspire
how do you feel like now that you've been able to get that story out there and you've been able to spread the word of this?
Yeah, good. A lot of people have reached out to me as well. And Big Moose have had a lot of referrals from my story, so that feels amazing.
What was the reaction of your partner when you told him that you were going to do this?
I think my family are used to me now. I'm like, here she goes again. He didn't get much choice. Do you know what? I think he got the short straw. He's been at home looking after a 3-year-old and the dog.
Wow.
So yeah, at first I think he was like, Amy, what are you doing? But he's been really supportive.
Yeah.
Really, really supportive. I wouldn't have been able to do it without him. So he's been at home holding the fort. So.
And what is it like being away from home for so long? It's a big sacrifice you have to make, and that's another thing as well. Dog care is a big thing people have to worry about. You can usually sort the child out. It's the dog sometimes. You want someone to look after.
I say being his bonnet about
it's
this.
like having another, like a child, isn't it? But harder.
Yeah.
More people look after your child. It's so hard trying to get care for a dog. So yeah.
So the journey started at, what, Chester, was it?
So yeah, started in Chester.
Yeah.
Went to 9 locations. So Chester, Liverpool, Edinburgh, Cambridge, London, Bath, Cardiff, Oswestry. That's my hometown. And then finished in Manchester.
And we saw that Eddie Izzard came out in support.
Do you know, that is the weirdest story. So throughout the challenge, I've been doing a thing on Instagram, and I'm like, tag who you want to come and join me, or who can we get to support and share. So we were in Hyde Park, and loads of people put Eddie Izzard. So I tagged Eddie Izzard in my story, and then within 60 seconds, we're running up in Hyde Park, and he comes past on the bike.
Oh.
I said, oh my God. So chased him, and then he came back. So it was amazing.
And you spoke there about wanting to raise money and raise awareness for the mental health charity Big Moose. And you very bravely spoke about the eating disorder you had as a teenager.
Yeah.
How good does it feel to talk about it now, and just how difficult was that period of your life?
It feels weird, to be honest. I think it's like, even though I've been okay and good for a long time, I never really talk about it. So it feels a bit like a weight's been lifted to share my story. And even people like, I've got a Pilates studio, so our clientele is very female populated. And even people like clients are reaching out to me after I shared my story, and people that you wouldn't even know has also suffered. So I think being able to tell my story now has just been, such a relief, and I'm glad it can help in some way. And I wanted it to continue.
It's interesting, isn't it, when you speak out, how many people gain courage to then share their stories as well. Have you found that?
Oh, 100%. And people that you wouldn't even know. And I said that at the very start. I was like, do you know what? If I can help just 1 or 2 people through this, I'll be happy. So, yeah.
What's next now? How much money are you hoping to raise it, and what What can you possibly do next
What's next?
to
She
beat
needs a
what?
rest.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
a break, a holiday, yeah.
But what else do you think you can achieve? I mean, it'd be going to be difficult to surpass that.
I know, I don't know. It's so funny, my family are like, this is it now, you're not doing anything else, just rest. But already I'm like, there'll be something, there'll definitely be something.
And how much are you hoping to raise?
So I'm hoping to raise 53,000 throughout this challenge. I think I'm currently near 19.
Amazing.
So, yeah, fingers crossed.
That's brilliant.
Amazing.
Well, yeah, a massive inspiration. Like I said to you before we came on air, we had to do a double take, didn't we, when we read 53 in 53 days. So we commend you. We really hope that you reach your target. But yeah, what a wonderful thing you've done regardless.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you for being here.